District 187 community. As members of the district leadership team for District 187, we have a special responsibility to make clear our purpose and intent with regards to racial justice and social justice.
At this time of reckoning for our country, the district's leadership team stands united in our urgent commitment to do more to support students of color in our schools. To begin, we join and affirm the refrain heard today in towns and cities across America that Black lives matter.
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 We believe that in confronting and changing the conditions that lead to police brutality and other expressions of deep-seated racism,
that our district has a special role to fight for equity and justice for the children of our district, Black and Latinx, who have received underinvestment and prejudice.
Too often, in the history of education in the United States, educators and educational institutions have perpetuated and exacerbated the systemic racism that has denied Black and Latinx children the education they deserve.
Jim Crow segregation in the North and South.
Efforts to eliminate our children's native languages.
The systemic underinvestment in educational communities serving low-income and minority students.
the soft bigotry of low expectations.
These are all realities that as educational leaders we must confront and change if our future is to be any different than our past. Black, Latinx, and white educators must be allies for change.
The work that we have done thus far as a school district has been good work.
And we certainly have begun to change the trajectory of hundreds of students.
But the events of the past weeks highlight for us that we have not yet done enough and that we must move with urgency.
We need to examine the adult expectations that impact children every day in classrooms across the district. This summer, our team will create a plan for anti-bias training for all staff members and will implement this plan this school year.
Recommend the adoption of an equity policy.
Begin to use those tools to reevaluate our current policies and practices.
Develop a plan and partnership for increased parent engagement and outreach.
Engage in individual study and reflection to improve our knowledge and skills in leading organizations toward greater equity.
Cornel West said, "Empathy is not simply a matter of trying to imagine what others are going through, but having the will to muster enough courage to do something about it."
As a leadership team, we plan to do something about it.
This will take all of us. This will mean changes in every department.
In technology, removing all barriers.
In finance, equitable school level budgeting.
In HR, recruit and retain teachers of color and remove bias in hiring practices.
In curriculum and instruction, identifying personal bias.
In leadership and operations, leadership development and services to families with a commitment to racial equity.
In policy, implementing policies that are founded in equity for students. We believe that we have both an individual and a collective responsibility.
And this will take time. We are prepared for the journey long after the inevitable fade of publicity and public urgency.
We are on a mission
Together,
To empower each child in D187
to write their own story of success.